in JavaScript. So let's get started. So as we talked about before, strings is the way you create texts in JavaScript. So I could have, let's say, let's string, and then I could say this is a string, and that would be how you create a string. You can have semicolons at the end of your line in JavaScript. It's optional, so you can have it if you want, but you don't have to have it, so I'm not gonna have that. Now you can create with double quotes, as you can see that we can create, let's just call it one, we forget R there. You can create it with single quotes, so single quotes work. You can create C2. Now whenever we have that, is we create a multiple lines, so you can see that. Actually I want to create one more, let's see, so so let's say one, and then we say this is the single quotes, so I've seen before, and then we say this is two, and that makes this three. So then you can create with the little ticks on. I don't know if you can see that, but that you can create with that, and that is that basically the character on the left side of your one if you're using normal Quark keyboard, right? So that you can create in all of that, but you will have a problem if your string is way too long. So let's see, let me say demi text. So let's say my string is this size. If I say here, then I'm like, okay, now you see there's a problem because it doesn't actually let you do double lines. You can try to do that, but they have to be connected. If I try to do that, right, I'm ending the first line, it actually wouldn't work. To fix it, I have to give that character, which is kind of backward slash, it's called int line, and now it works, as you can see. Otherwise they have to all be connected. So like, for example, if I keep typing, they're still connected, but I wouldn't have a line there. It's just considering one long thing. But if you want to have multiple lines, then you have to explicitly use that character, and that character should be the last thing. So let me just say I have a line here. Now as you can see, it doesn't work, but if I say that should be the last one. If you have something after it, it wouldn't work. Great. So that's basically how you create a string. It's called literal creation of a string, and this is how you will create strings most of the time. Now the double quotes and single quotes are identical, so I'm just going to remove this, and let's say, yeah, in many scenarios you want to add something to it. So let's say you have a string that says my name is, and all they say, let's see, my name is. So we said single quotes and double quotes are the same, except when you actually need the double quotes. So if I say my name is Genius, for example, then that, now you see I needed to use the double quotes inside Genius, so I couldn't have used here. If I say if I make this double quotes, I will have a problem because this double quotes would close this double quotes, and then I would open another one that closes there. So when you want to use double quotes inside your string, use a single quotes so you don't have the problem, or when you want to use single quotes, use double quotes outside, right? You kind of get the idea. Okay, apart from that, they're identical. So let's just say my name, we're gonna just use the single quotes now. So my name is, and then I say here is also my name is. Let's say I have another variable here called name, and let's just say James. Now I can add these to here in multiple ways. For example, if I want to console log, I need to add the two strings together. What I could do is I could say string one plus name. If I save that, actually I have a problem because I don't have a string one, I just have a string and string two. So now, so as you can see, I have my name is James. So you can just use addition to add two strings together, so a string plus that. But there would be multiple scenarios where you don't want to use the plus. Let's say, for example, in here, if I want to create, let's say let statement, just say state for statement. Now you could say string plus name, and then I'm just doing the same thing here, but I create this one. State stands for statement in this case. So if I save this, I will have my name string because I'm connecting these two strings. But what if I had something after the string, right? Like what if I say my name and I am a customer, right? It should be something like my name is James and I am a customer. Then I would have to create I am a customer, or this statement and I am a customer, and basically say I have to be like this, right? So I have to say string, which is my name is, plus the actual name, which is James, plus and I am a customer. So if I save this, now it works, except we need a space right there and after my name is, otherwise they're connected. So here I have my name is James and I'm a customer. But as you could see, this creates a problem here, right? Because I am a customer, like it's not neat, you know, you're kind of forcing many things together. Now you could use this declaration with this little tag character, and now this will give you special powers, because if you have that, not double quotes or single quotes, but the little characters, then what you could do is you could do this. You could use a $sign inside it. So inside it, you can do a $sign, basically open and close curly braces, and you can put any JavaScript code in there. So I could put name in there, for example. So now if I just say string one, if I save this, now if string one is not defined because you forget the R here. So let me run. Now you see my name is Jim. So it actually added to the string with that. Now I can just say here, and I am a customer. If I save that, boom, my name is James and I'm a customer. So you could see when you actually wanna write something, a variable, a JavaScript thing inside a string, use these characters to create a string instead of the single quotes or double quotes. And again, that character is, let's see, quirky keyboard. It's kind of hard to find when you're learning programming. So if I just say no, don't want to buy, just need an image right here. So the character is, it's this one, right? It's like left side of the one, right here, left side of the one. Great, that's the character you'll be looking for. Is stuff the little one, the other one. Yeah, so that's one way to work with strings. Now strings are objects, right? Everything in JavaScript is object. So that means it has some methods, it has some actions you can do. So I'm just going to use a string here. So one thing you can do is you can access an individual character. So if I just say, if I say character at, so str that, so char at, basically saying character at, and then you pass the position. So if I pass 3, now it will give me a character that is number 3. So it starts from 0. So we have 0 position, 1 position, well, 0 position, 1 position, 2 position, and 3 position. So the n is the 3. So you can use to get what is in specific characters. But also you have index of. So let me do that. So if I have index of, then you can pass a string. So if I say name, index of name, assume I've got it, we have a 3, because I'm saying what is the index position of this name, and it takes the first character of what I gave, which is n. So n would be 3, as we just have seen. So you can get the position or the character, you know, you can switch around like that. Then that's not the other one. You can change it to uppercase. So if I just say that, see, 2, you can do like to uppercase, like local uppercase. It's the same, you could do uppercase or local. So we have my name is, and you can do to lowercase, and my name is, which is the M was capital, you made it small. So you can change the character like that. Something else is you can slice, which means you can cut the string into half, for example. So it's, where do I start? So you can start from 0 position to 3, and the 3 is excluded. So 0 is included. That means we're gonna add the M, the Y, and the space, but then not the N, because the other one is excluded. So if I save this, I just have my and the space, if you could see that. But there are some actions, like this one, for example, do not change the string. They actually return a new string. So if I have another one here, console log, and then I have a string, As you can see, my string is actually complete. I just extracted, and this returns a new string, which we can say let's new s is equal to that. And now if I say new s, so I'm saying extract this, and I have the first one is mine. If I don't pass anything, I just pass 3, so I haven't passed that where you start, and I save this. Now it returns my name is. So it basically started from the back, so it didn't include 1, 2, and 3. But you can also wait the other way. You can start from you can play with it. That's one thing. You can check if it includes something. So you can say, for example, a string that includes. So you can check if it includes, for example, certain thing. I want to check, is it included in is in there. If I do that, now it's true because we have is in this character. And you will have a list of names, and you can check, hey, is that name in here? Here we could say is do in here, and that would be false because we don't have any do's in there. So you can do that. You can splice. You can actually replace certain things. So if I do dot replace, so I want to replace that is. So it's when you want to replace is. I want to replace is to C to do. And if I save this, I ask my name is do, so I replaced that specific keyboard. But this one, all the string all the actions in a string actually return a new string with the modified. So if I have, for example, the original one, as you can see, it still works. This one just returns a totally new string. But if I do this, now if I run this, now I overrode it. So you see, I'm saying str is equal to the value you return when you do that operation on the string. Yeah, and there are a ton of methods. So if you actually go strings, you go basically JavaScript strings Mozilla, yep. Then in here, there's all these things you could do with JavaScript. With amazing examples. Yeah, that's all I wanted to discuss in strings. See you in the next video.